Good morning. Today is the 28th of November 2023. The time is 8:24 a.m. And these is my morning thoughts. I was just thinking about what this guy said about the police are being issued radiation detectives, detectors. And I was saying, well, I heard Bush not Bush, Biden. I heard Biden say, I can't remember if it was the early part of this year or last year, that they were going to start picking up people that's being hit with radiation. And I was saying to myself, well, how would they know if somebody got hit with radiation? And I thought about it, I said, well, they the one that's hitting the people with the radiation, because this stuff, this energy that they sending in our homes got radiation in it. And then when I was at the other house, on my phone, I had a radiation detector, uh, electromagnetic frequency detector, and it would go off. And when it go off, like I would press it for it to go off, and it would make a loud noise if it's radiation or high electromagnetic frequency. And then whoever was doing this to me would shut it down so low that it cut that sound off. But they was steady hitting us with it at the other house. And so at this house it's just in here. We submerged under this stuff. Cause they fixed it like this. That's probably why the man had us to move, cause he said he was selling the selling that house, and we had to move. And probably no matter where we would have moved to, they probably would have hooked the house up, cause see, nobody was riding by the house checking on it or anything like that. We just feeling like we could just move into our home and not be bothered with somebody trying to kill us, cause that's what they doing. And so I was just thinking, well, if they got handheld radiation uh, detectors, what they probably gonna start doing is just walking around. If they stop you in your car for anything, they're gonna have that detector. And they're just gonna be detecting everybody and locking them up if they got radiation. But they the one doing this to us, and they this all a plan that these people been doing for many years. It's all a plan, and just like how they'll stop. What's your name? What's your ID and all this kind of stuff. They're gonna be checking to see if you got radiation, which they know most people will have radiation because it's in our homes. It's on our smart meters. It's coming out from under the ground, and it's everywhere. It might be them that they check up on, but they think that you can do. It's the spirulina cap. Um, what else is it's seaweed. It's some type of iodine. Iodine. Uh, they say there's something in brown rice that to keep this stuff out of your body, out of detox. Um, what else? Sea salt. Um, I did see a video with this lady. She said she didn't say how much water. She just said one part. But one part of what though? Anyway, what I did, I took 4 ounces of water, a teaspoon of sea salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda, and I drunk it. She said that's how you get this radiation, keep radiation out of your body. Um, Uh, I know this. They were saying sea salt, seaweed, fresh seaweed. I have no idea where to get fresh seaweed. Cause I had started buying the seaweed that's already dried out and season it. Yeah, but I don't know if that even a do. They said somebody. I was one video. I said they said it had to be fresh seaweed and brown rice. And to eat that every day. Who want to eat that every day? But if you want to live, I guess you have to. But look how swole they got me. My face just look like a round ball. Charlie Brown. I did have a chin that my face was kind of had a little dent in my chin. I did have now I'm just round. My belly just pregnant. Look, I just look pregnant. It's sitting in my lap. But anyway, we got to try to live. We got to do the best we can to stay alive and to keep this radiation out of our bodies with the best way we can, because everybody's giving up on us. You know, your family, your children, your grandchildren, everybody will just give up on you. And so we have to do what we can to try to stay healthy, because these people don't care one way or the other what happens to you. And so I was in my bedroom and I was just thinking, the police walking around with handheld radiation detectors. And so, we got to do what we have to do, whatever we can do to keep us safe. Because I'm just feeling sick to the stomach because this stuff is rushing up in my body and it's making me feel sick. I feel nauseated. But I got to do something to help myself. I really do. I got to do something else other than what I'm doing. And we all got to detox. I know I had a recipe of gray and black, gray tea and black tea. Green, not gray, good Lord. Green tea. Green tea, a mixture of green tea and a mixture of black tea. I think the name of the tea is gray tea. That's why I got that gray from. But it's a mixture of green tea, black tea, and the coconut. Let me go get it. Okay. Toasted coconut almond bark. They said to get this. This can right here. Bigelow. But I didn't get the Bigelow green tea because I didn't see it. Yeah, this is Bigelow. Bigelow green. This I got Bigelow green tea, but this is Bigelow and with elderberry. But they said get Bigelow green tea, but it was the black tea I couldn't find. The Bigelow black tea, but I got this ginger and probiotic tea. And I got decaf ginger peach black. This is a black tea, but it's not just a plain black. It is not the Bigelow. But that person was saying to take the green tea, the Bigelow green tea, black tea, and mix it. Make your tea from that, and then you put what I did. I put bay leaf in it and mint leaf in the while I was boiling. No, I let it boil and then I put the leaves in it and let it cool down. So while it was cooling down, the leaves was in it, and then once you you can put the lemon in there. I'm trying to think, I know that person squeezed lemon in it, but you got a lot of the vitamins and stuff is in the pill. So you wash your peel real good, and you can put your peel in there and get all the vitamin C and stuff out of your peel, and put the juice in there. And once it cools all the way down, you put your raw honey in there. So you don't put honey in something hot, real hot, because that'll take away the property of the honey. And then drink it. I had a whole gallon of it. I had made up. But see, I'm living in this radiation. This, I don't know if it's radiation. Yes, it's radiation. But because the radiation is connected with the frequencies or whatever this is, current or whatever it is. All I know is something in here. It's all, you can see it. So I'm submerged in this stuff. And they come knocking at your door with them, because they'll just tell a lie, because they done been here 4 times. Now the 4th time, I don't know what because they talked to my son-in-law. This cop came here, and I'm trying to figure out how they know where he stayed. How did they know his address? How would they know to come here and not his mama house, or not where he was staying before he came here? I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't just believe what anything people tell me. But I know the cop came to this house 4 times, knocking on the door saying somebody dialed 911 and hung up. Nobody, not one person, called 911 and hung up. Everybody in here is grown. We grown people. The youngest one in here is 30, I think 33. So why would anybody grown call 911 and hang up? They did that 3 times, said that somebody called. And the last time they talked, I don't never answer. I won't answer the phone, the door for the police. I don't care what's going on. But first of all, I'm not even going to be calling, because when we're going to call the police, because I could see somebody was trying to break in this house where they got the doors and the rubber part of the doors all cut up. My daughter kept telling me not to call. So I ain't going to call, but she was going to call when there was somebody was breaking in the house next door. This guy in the broad daylight over there stealing, had a whole buggy, come out there with a whole grocery buggy worth of stuff. I said, I ain't calling the police. If I can't call the police for what's going on in this house that'll affect us, what I'm going to call the police that ain't got nothing to do with us over there? Because this is a whole neighborhood, a whole entire neighborhood, and I'm quite sure we not the only people see this man over there stealing in broad daylight. He went over there more than 1 time. So I'm not getting involved in it. If I can't call, then somebody trying to break in here. And if they got something sharp enough to cut the rubber, they got something sharp enough to stab us to death. So if I can't be concerned about others, there ain't no need of me being concerned at all. And then the man across the street, somebody was over there stealing. I got it on my videos on the security system. He didn't even call the police. And then somebody, after they fixed that house right there, this man said $3,000 worth of stuff was missing. They didn't call the police over there. So what I'm going to call the police for? Because I feel like it's a trap. They trying to get us to call the police so that the police can do whatever it is that they do with their cell phone. I'm not calling the police. And if somebody try to break in here and they make it in here, they're going to be hurt. Because I'm going to see to it that I fix them up real good. Just like at my house when that dude was trying to break in on me, coming in through my ceiling. I was sitting there waiting. If he'd have broke through, he'd have had a bad day. It's the only thing I had to say. He would have had a bad day 'cause I was waiting on him. I'm not playing with these people. You trying to, I'm in my home, not bothering not one soul. And just like we don't bother nobody, and the police, the sheriff department, military, all these people want to hurt us, and our government is paying people to hurt us when we ain't doing nothing. Some idiot, some low life person that want to get rich off of our life put our name on a blackball list saying we terrorists. I don't know nothing about being no terrorist. Not one thing. My sister don't know nothing about being a terrorist. But somebody put our name on this list, and they've been destroying us ever since. My sister laying in there now can't even do nothing, not one thing for herself. Not nothing. And then they put this stuff here, got this all this energy in this house. And I'm telling the man that over her money that something is going on in this house. He won't address me. But he'll address my daughter. She wrote him. And he trying to help get us out of here. He wrote him that time. I did. I wrote him 3 times. And I wrote Vaughn, his secretary, 1 time. Telling them there's something bad going on in this house. And I even told the girl that works at the real estate agency that there's something bad up in this house. And it's dealing with the electrical. And they sent somebody to work on the water because the water thing was leaking. But they ain't sent nobody here to work on the electrical. And we need to move out of here. But I don't have the money to just move my sister up out of here. Because this house is for her. I'm just here taking care of her. Trying to anyway. But they attacking me. And then when I'm just sitting, they doing something to my brain. I can feel it. They doing something to my brain. Because all this electrical in here. And I keep trying to tell my daughter, but she's trying to play me crazy. You know, I love my daughter. And I don't want to talk about it, but I'm seeing what she's doing and what she ain't doing. And I really regret asking her to be my sister guardian. Because I don't have transportation, so I can't just come and go. If she has to go in the hospital or whatever, something need to be done, I can't do it. Because I don't take Ubers, because the Ubers are gang stalkers too. I used to take them, but I don't know more. I realize these people, and then they let people know where I am and start sending people. And these people could have stuff shooting out their lights. Stuff shoot out the lights. Now I don't see it doing. And it done hit me too. Because we were coming off of 95. And I'll be behind this gray car. It's a black man too. So when people talking about Black Lives Matter, but to who do Black Lives Matter? That was all a scam. These people all over in cross seas. It's nothing but a scam. That's all it was. A pure scam. Witches. And the police were one that was starting the riots. That was nothing but a scam. No women made money. And they did nothing for no neighborhood. Nothing for black people, but they own black self. But anyway, we got to make sure that we keep ourselves detox. Because this stuff can really make you sick. Because I'm really beginning to feel sick. I got to make me some more tea. But I got to get me some water. Some distilled water. And keep ourselves flushed. I'll be taking Epsom salt, but I don't know if they're taking the Epsom salt as much as I take it, if it's healthy or not, because they put this stuff in my stomach every night, and so I be trying to flush this stuff out of me. But my stomach is so big, it don't make no sense. Look at that. This my stomach. They doing this to me. They putting all this weight in my stomach. And you know this is not healthy at all. This could cause me to have diabetes. And my stomach sitting in my lap. But they doing this to me every single night. Every night. Every night. I wake up with this stuff going in my private area, going up in my stomach, and I could feel this stuff shaking around my heart. And then my head be leaning up against whatever I'm sleeping on, and this stuff getting in my brain. But we have to do the best we can to try to keep ourselves detoxed and cleansed, keep our system cleansed, and get this stuff, whatever this stuff is they putting in us, get it out of us. So they can't just lock us away. Because that's what they're trying to do. Lock us away somewhere. Because all these Walmart, these little Walmart stores, they're going to make them into, what they call them things? Where they lock people away. Whatever it is. This what they plan to do. They got all those polyurethane boxes for caskets. Miles and miles and miles of them. Of caskets made out of polyurethane. And this is what if for them to have caskets, they're planning on death. For them to have polyurethane caskets, miles of them, and then no thing that they what they call them thing that they had back in the day where they put your head in there and come down and chop your head off. They got them too. Like I said, they've been planning this stuff for a long, long time. And then you got people that's not even trying to see. They just going to whatever. They just lolly, dotty. Just living for nothing. Because these people planning to murder us. All this that C-19 thing, nothing but a scam. So that you can take the real death. That right there. And then you can't even talk about it. If you mention it, they'll shut you down. But you can't say a word. But they can get on they got the doctors talking about it. You know, they don't say the C-19 or they say the word. But they steady on here telling us to take it. People dying. But the thing is, people will die, but they won't die from that. If you get in a car wreck, they say that's what you died from. If you get in a motorcycle accident, that's what you died from. If you die from a stroke, you die from the C thing. They were just lying. Because these people are in the secret, doctors are in the secret society. I show it on some of the videos they guard. That woman, she looked like a woman, but in the Bible it's a pole with a snake wrapped around her. And in the Bible, the snake was wrapped around the pole. And when the people looked at the pole and the snake, they would get healed from the snake bite, because God had snakes biting them from their disobedience. And God told Moses to make that snake on the pole. And that's their sign. A snake on the pole. Even the barbershop people. But it's a god. People started worshiping that thing. And it have a name. I can't remember what they God called it. But it have a name to it. And it's a religion where people worship the pole. That's an idol. Demons connect themselves to idols because they want to be worshipped. They just like their daddy. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm starting to feel bad. Oh, I got to find something to go on my stomach. They have me so full of this stuff. I just be feeling sick. But I can't let these people just kill me and have me in here. Because I don't know what this stuff is. Um, I've been looking at some video about P. Diddy. And this man been getting away with a lot of murder. Because you got these people want to be homosexuals. They do all this homosexual, raping men. Like I said, these days, men get raped. And he want to do all this homosexual stuff, but don't want it to come out. And everybody that want to talk about it end up dead. End up dead. And then they got something where they can cause you to help, look like you had pneumonia. The people saying they died from the people in the hospital say they died from pneumonia. But this is, I think that too many people is dying from pneumonia that's dealing with this man. So he know how to get people to do what he want them to do. He pay them off. And people that dumb, they do it. They could easily do that to me. But this stuff, I mean, it just flows up in my body. Just like somebody cut it wider, you can cut it on. And this air just shoots up, going directly in my private area, going up in my stomach. And you see this is what they doing. They doing this to me. This not coming from me being greedy and eating. This is coming from what they doing to me. Blowing up my stomach with air and it's hot. Can you imagine somebody doing this to you? In hot air. And then when it gets up in my neck and just burn me. It's still active. But who cares? Who cares what's being done to me? Because I'm nobody compared to anybody. You know. I'm somebody to me. That's why I'm fighting for my life. But I'm nobody to nobody else. I'm nothing to nobody else. But I love me. And I want to live. And I like to live in peace. Mind my business and live in peace in my own little paradise. My own little world. And that's why I got to find me some place to go. I'm by myself. I don't have to worry about nobody else. Is anybody trying to kill me that's staying in the same house with me? I don't have to worry about none of that. Because it's just going to be me. Anybody trying to kill me, they're going to be killing me from the outside. And I'm going to pray that I don't have to deal with this right here. What I'm dealing with now. I hope it don't get worse when I leave from here. I just hate to leave my sister behind. Because I seem to be the only person in the whole family that really care about her health. Really truly care. It's not about how I look. I don't care about how I look to other people. That don't faze me a bit. I could care less about what the doctors think of me, what the nurses think of me, or anybody else, how I look to them. Because I can look at them the same way. You are no good and you are a devil. You practicing to help people, but you killing people. That's why people trust doctors so much, because they're supposed to be of help. But they're not. Not today. And I don't know how long they've been doing this. How long have they been a part of killing? You know, how long have they been just changed where they want to kill people? They want people to die. So this was a traveling nurse in New York City, up in New York, and she was on YouTube crying talking about how they killing the people in the hospital in New York, black people. She said black people. That they killing the people, and she wanted some help. I'm trying to tell you black people, they want us dead. They want us dead, and they saying it right on videos. And they putting it on, and when they ain't just on video, they putting it in the internet. With them saying that black people don't deserve to be alive. I wouldn't be saying it if I hadn't heard it. And I heard white people saying it. Just like the woman trying to say that it's because of young black people, young black men is the reason why this war going on over there in Israel. Because we waking up, knowing who we truly are. When they done beat it out of our ancestors. And so our ancestors couldn't tell us who we are. Because now they don't know who they are. Because it's been beat out of them. And I can't understand how you got a whole yard full of black folks. You got one or two white people. And y'all stand there in that yard and let somebody tie a man or a woman to a tree and beat the crap out of them. Some of you might have got shot, but you'd have got them too. Somebody would have got free and whooped the crap out of them because they won't, but many of them. And that's what I keep wondering about that. Just because somebody got a gun, something you just have to sacrifice your life and stop it. Once you get them, you don't have to worry about them doing this to you no more. And if they got guns, whenever the other crowd come around, shoot them too. They cutting people's feet off so they can't run, cutting their hands out, women being raped and giving birth to half white babies, and then the daddy raping the children. And people be talking about the house slave. The house slave had it just as bad as the slaves out there in the hot sun. Because they in the house being raped by their own daddy. And being abused by the white woman because she knows that her husband is raping the slaves. And she beating the children to death. That's why they create these laws and stuff. They create laws to protect them from beating the children to death so they won't go to prison. Now, I didn't get on here to talk about all this, but since I'm talking about it, I'm going to talk. Because somebody need to wake up. And I do see some white people on videos talking up to. They waking up too. But they don't know who they are, you know. They need to know the whole truth. That we all come from the same people. We all are the same. We come from 3 brothers after the flood. We all are connected, everybody. So there ain't no one race greater than the other race. There ain't no such thing as white privilege. That's something that y'all made up. And then you got these Karens around here going crazy. Thinking that they could just walk up to somebody and talk their junk and try to prevent somebody from doing something in their own yard. You got them so bad they're coming up in your house. Just walk in your house. See somebody walk up in here, I'm going to try to whoop the devil out of them. If you bold enough to walk up in here, you bold enough to get whooped. This woman, I saw a video with a woman, she in this man's house. And then her husband come to get her. And she talking junk to her husband. What that black man should have whooped her. Cause he had the right to beat her. You in my house. So they say if somebody trying to break in, wait till they get in your house. Once they get in, then you can kill them. You can't kill them on the outside. Or let them come on. If you kill them on the outside, drag them inside. Put them in through the window, whatever. Clean up the blood. And that's what the police told me, because I had a problem with men trying to break in my house on me and my children. And that's what he told me. Don't shoot them while they're on the outside. If you do, make sure you get them on the inside. Now, that's a cop told me that years ago. And my children were little children. I had problem with guys trying to break in on me, cutting up my screens, cutting up the screen to my doors. But we had storm doors, and the storm door has screens, and they trying to they're cutting up the screen trying to get to the glass to slide it up. Cut the screens up at my windows, just cutting up stuff. And I'm home. I'm not out in the streets nowhere. I'm in the house. And so I had to get me a gun. And then it got stolen after I moved out the house. I left all my stuff in the house. I had planned to come back to get it. But somebody just went there and stole up my stuff. And the same cop that put my name on this blackball list called me in D.C. on my job. I don't even know how he got my work number. Trying to get me to come out. I can't just jump up and go. I got children. I got a job. My sister down there, deal with her. But they didn't get my stuff. They didn't get my stuff back. Or did it? I think once my brother came home, he got my refrigerator. I had brought the refrigerator and my kitchen stove. That's all he got back. All that stuff. And then I found out that joker sold all that stuff for $60. I had a brand new, the refrigerator and stove only was a year old. My kitchen table, I never did get that back. I never did get my mama couch back. My children's stuff that was in boxes of stuff that was in my son's room, I had packed away. They got a lot of stuff. He sold it to a pawn shop, and people saw them backed up at my door, stealing my stuff, and then they didn't call the police. They called my sister, who was way in a whole nother town, another whole town. Instead of calling the police, where they could have got caught taking the stuff out of the house. Then a lot of my stuff got missing. And the only thing I got back was the refrigerator and the stove that my brother got back. Because he didn't know all that was in the house, because he was in Germany. And plus, he lived in D.C., so he didn't know what I had in the house. I'm surprised they didn't take my big TV. I had one of those floor model TVs. I lived just parched. I done been through so much. Even while I was up there in D.C., I was in Maryland. I was at work, and black men, stole my stuff out of my house. I mean, I don't understand. Why would you see a woman with 4 children, and I didn't have a whole lot in my house, and then they went in there and stole what I had? I mean, really. And then they always talk about Black Lives Matter. Y'all please just shut up. Just shut up with the Black Lives Matter, because Black life don't matter to black people. Just shut up with that Black Lives Matter. Because black people will hurt black people quicker than anybody else. Even your own blood will kill you quicker than anybody else. When you need help the most, they'll turn their back on you. Even your own children will turn their back on you. So let me get off of here because I'm getting pissed off. I'm pissing my own self off. But it make me mad when people always talking about you got white people, Chinese people, you got all kind of race people saying Black Lives Matter, but it don't matter to black people. It don't matter to black people. They were all, like I said, all was a scam. All that crap that they did was nothing but a scam. Let me get off of here. I'll tell you, boy.